For the first time since North Carolina, travel delivered incredibly mixed emotions as I reached the Pacific Ocean in California. I settled near Ventura in a park that had not only a cafe and hot showers, but a surfer community and a beautiful vibe to it. I reflected on my time in Asheville, North Carolina during hurricane relief, where I had the opportunity to see the best in people. But seeing the smoke coming out of Los Angeles and hearing on the news about the suffering going on there was a lot for all of us in the campground. I was seeing the power of nature, the very best of it, and sometimes the most painful. For reasons that I can't really explain, I had just decided on a whim to go right through Pasadena and not stay at Angeles National Forest. I'm very glad about that decision now. And while I was contemplating all of this while sitting on the rocks at the campground, I saw fins. I think they're orcas, but I'm not really an expert. I do know that they travel this way in their migration patterns. While I watched for fins, I realized they weren't the only ones in the water. I'm in a surfing community, and there were lots of people not that far away. While everyone in the campground was most certainly listening to any kind of news coverage, I drove into Ventura, not that far away, about 10 kilometers, because I wanted to see the pier, and I was shocked to see the smoke in the distance from Los Angeles. It was really, really sad. Well, the winds were really high here. It wasn't nearly as bad as in Los Angeles, where in some places it was up to 100 miles an hour. So as usual, it is dark early around dinner time, and I do most of my editing in the evenings, just get in nice and warm and cozy with Buddy. But I just thought I would explain a little more about this part of California trip is because it's just, the whole thing is just sad, but some useful information if you're looking to ever do this. The campground where I'm staying is, I don't have power and I don't have water, but you can kind of get water. There's a little cafe. There are showers that you put coins into. So I think I had about a 10-minute shower and it was about $3. And then I borrowed power to boost up my EcoFlow from a friend's campground that I met here. So there's very few places that you can just boondock or camp for free in this part of the world. That won't return to my life probably until I reach Oregon, because California, as you can imagine, is a very popular place. So about $40, but all the conveniences. My hair is braided again because I just had a shower, and it's the best way to keep this mass of mine tamed after I get out of the shower. So great campsite, and you have to realize that when you're doing budget travel, there are going to be times like I did where I didn't pay for anything for weeks. But then you get to places like California and you do have to pay something. So I am doing the same thing, sleeping in the car, but I've got this beautiful view. I have some amenities here. It's close to town. I went into a grocery store today called Ralph's. And then I was crushed to see that there was a Trader Joe's across the street when I was done, because all the van lifers talk about Trader Joe's, and I have yet to find out why it's such an amazing store. And they also shop at Whole Foods, but I didn't see one of those. So what I'm going to do is see another beach about an hour away tomorrow. And that just moves me a little further away from the fires that are, I was going to stop in Santa Clarita, I think, and now it's also under warnings. So I'm just going to move a little further north along the old Pacific Coast Highway and see all the beautiful views, and then camp there. And then after that, as usual, I have no idea. But my hearts go out to all of the people in this part of the world who have lost their homes. And while my home is on wheels, I can only imagine the pain that they are suffering with the clothes on their back and now being displaced. So it's a devastating, devastating situation in Los Angeles County. And I watched a lot of the news coverage today. And like I said, I left the area not because of anything bad. I just didn't feel that it was just too busy. It was just too much for me. I like to be in quiet places, and it just wasn't feeling like a good fit. So I kept driving to here, which I found, on the internet and iOverlander, and it was a good fit. And then when this all started to happen, it's just crushing for the people of Los Angeles and the people that love them. So I'm just going to move on a little further north, and then see what happens from there. So, and I got to see what I think were whales. But now I am moving my way toward the butterfly migration, and that could be in a day or two. I'm not sure yet. I just sort of bounce around. But I met some lovely people here. The camp host was just awesome. She's been here for 3 years because she loves it so much. And it was just a great time. So onward and upward, and I just have no words for the people of Los Angeles. To see it in the distance was just, the enormity of it is what really impacted me. So I moved towards butterflies.